What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit top about the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be talking about Q50. So if you're unfamiliar with Q50, Q50 is a rising Chicago rapper. Came up basically, with Bloodhound, Lil Jeff, in them, and that sorts of thing. If you are unfamiliar with that whole scene, then you probably just don't know what Q50 is if you are familiar with the whole scene. But if you are familiar with the drill scene, you definitely know what Q50 is. But what we're talking about today is, it's hard for me to even say this because I don't even know what to believe at this point. But allegedly, Q50 was shot in St. Louis, and basically we got a video of one saying a nigga said he parked him and he basically got hit with basically the car got hit with 60 rounds and it left it for in critical condition.
Yeah, man, tell their ass check on Q50, man. They done parked this shit down there. The Lou is not sweet, gang. Black truck on flex.
They can't hear me, turn me up some more and make them niggas listen. Smoke him, we gotta smoke him too. The rest of them niggas bitches. Ain't gon' lie, I'm too drunk to be asking niggas for a picture. Ain't gon' lie, the pussy loose, I wanna hit it, bitch, tighten up. Fuck the pole.
But I don't know what to believe at this point. I don't know what to believe at this point because there's been so many stories coming around the thing. First, now I don't even know where to start at because it's so much crazy shit going around. So I mean, obviously we have CTS Lil Wick. If you're not unfamiliar, if you don't know who Q50 is, you definitely don't know who CTS Lil Wick is. But CTS Lil Wick is a St. Louis rapper. Actually, he's a white boy. I'm not gonna get into I'm not gonna get into that part of it because niggas gonna be on my ass. But but CTS Lil Wick basically went on his live talking about he ain't popped nobody that's famous before. Yeah, well, yada yada yada, things of that sort.
Like shit sweet again. If they come, I bet them trucks be bulletproof. You come back, I bet them trucks be bulletproof. I bet you move way smarter this time. You hear me? I bet you move way smarter next time, gang. You can't come to the Lou bouncing ass, gang. On everything. You cannot come to the Lou bouncing ass. It's over with. What the fuck? We ain't do shit to their ass. Talking about, we tripping, talking about them on live. We ain't do nothing to them. We ain't do shit to them. They ain't do nothing to us. They ain't take our 60K. I'm just mad he ain't check. Shit. I'm pissed he ain't check, cuz. Y'all wanna screen record that, put it on the blog? Screen record this. We ain't do shit to their ass. I'm just mad he ain't check. That's all it be. And I was happy. Shit. I was happy.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. At this point, if I'm being honest, at this point, and then we have Q50. He got on live. He was playing basketball and some more shit. Talk about his 60K he stole. Oh, fuck.
That's over. I get that shit up. You know what I don't give up? Free body. Free money, like you niggas. I been spent that 60K.
So, now that I said that. So, allegedly, Q50 was beefing with niggas from St. Louis because he stole 60K from somebody. And, yeah, that's basically it. I'm not gonna lie. 60K, a lot of times, like, nah, shit ain't worth it, this and that. I ain't gonna lie. 60K is a lot of money at one time. You stealing 60,000 from a nigga, I'm not gonna lie. In my head, I can justify a nigga popping your ass for 60,000. 60,000 is a lot of money at one time. That's a lot of money at one time. I can justify a nigga popping your ass for $60,000. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can justify a nigga popping your ass for $60,000. But I will say though, with his live, and I also watched the Sadie Nash video. Sadie Nash video, he brought up how there was no reported shooting like that in St. Louis at the time. Like, even take all the celebrity shit out, it wasn't no shooting that said 4 people got hit, 60 shot. So one, Dracos can hold, at the maximum 30 shots, 7.62s. Usually niggas don't really fill up their clip because, as you know, when you fill up your clip like that all to the full, that's when it tends to jam. But 60 shots, allegedly was fired into some type of car that Q50 was in, and 4 was critically injured. But where you look up St. Louis shootings and sort, you don't find any shooting, remove the names of things sort that matches this. So that's where one concern is. 2, the second concern is Q50 live. Q50 went live, basically, playing basketball. He talked about the 6K he stole from niggas. I don't know the situation with that, so I ain't gonna get into too much into that. But he, from looking at the live and things that sort, him playing basketball thing, it definitely does not look like he was ever touched or shot, basically. If I'm being honest. I mean, a nigga, I'm not gonna act like this nigga was going through a full blown workout like he was trying to go hoop for the Indiana Pacers or something. But him moving around as much as he did on his live and things of that sort, that man couldn't have got shot. That basically that man couldn't have got shot, at least recently. Let me say that. If he did, that motherfucker was straight through his leg or something. But he was moving So at this point, if I'm being honest, regardless of what CTS Lil Wick was saying, and no, I'm not gonna get that because niggas gonna cancel me, bro. I don't know. White boys in the streets, they're funny to me, but they're funny to me. But I would say I don't think he got shot, in my personal opinion. Looking at everything, like him on this live, there was no shooting reporting that was really similar to his situation. Who were the other three people critically injured? We don't really got a report on that as well. I don't believe he got shot. I don't know who made this rumor up. When we got the video of the nigga talking about, oh, they parked Q50. I don't know if he just seen on Instagram Q50 was driving something similar, so he seen that car in St. Louis and said, oh, damn, that's Q50. I don't know. But this was supposedly reported after a show he had at, I think it's Washington Park, Illinois, which is, if you don't know, Illinois and St. Louis, not St. Louis, but Missouri, which is the state St. Louis is in, they border. And, you got St. Louis, East St. Louis is in Illinois. So, St. Louis and, Illinois is right here. So, the thing is very possible. Chicago and St. Louis are very much cousins and things of that sort. So, everything is very much possible. But just seeing from his reaction, him trolling niggas, him being able to, how he was moving and things of that sort, in my personal opinion, he didn't get shot. I think the nigga, whoever seen the car get shot up and things of that sort, he probably, just assumed that was Q50, but he didn't really have any real confirmation that was Q50. And he just, went with a story, and, his story went viral as hell. Of course he did, because it's Q50, but that's what I really think from this situation. I don't think Q50 got shot hit or nothing at all. If we're going off his, things of that sort, he might have not even really been in St. Louis at the time. Looking at the way he probably wasn't even at St. Louis at all. So, it's just really based off of that nigga saying that, and then us already know he had beef in St. Louis. So that's really the only thing the rumors is saying. We haven't really, besides that, had anything legit that said, yes, Q50 got shot. So it's a crazy ass scenario. I just say, bro, just read into this shit, of course, because I don't think he got shot. But that's really all I gotta say. You can let me know your opinion down in the comments if you think he got shot or not. If he just, got shot and survived, got on live trolling. But just from the way he was moving around, he didn't like he had any injuries of sort. I think he's smooth. But that's all I gotta say, though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just said about the bill, and we out.